Welcome back to the channel of All Stories AI. ChatGPT just introduced a study mode, and trust me, this is going to change how students and learners use this tool forever. And no, it's not your typical AI that just hands you the answer. Instead, it's designed to challenge you, to make you think. Sounds like a game changer, doesn't it? Let's talk about it. Now, let's break it down. ChatGPT's new study mode is aimed at giving students a better way to learn through critical thinking. Instead of directly providing the answers, it encourages you to go deeper by asking questions, prompting thought, and even providing hints if you're stuck. It's basically like having a tutor who guides you along the way. Look at how the study mode works on the interface. If you ask ChatGPT a question, rather than giving you a direct answer, it might ask, "What do you think the solution is?" Or, "Have you considered this perspective?" So, you're really engaging with the content on a deeper level. Look at how the study mode works on the interface. If you ask ChatGPT a question, rather than giving you a direct answer, it might ask, "What do you think the solution is?" Or, "Have you considered this perspective?" So, you're really engaging with the content on a deeper level. So, what does this mean for students? I mean, we all know how easy it is to just copy-paste answers, but how many of us actually learn that way? That's where study mode comes in. It's designed to make sure that learners don't just skim through material. They actually understand it. I can already see how this could change the game for students who are looking for more interactive learning experiences. If you're studying for an exam, instead of searching for "what's the capital of France?" and getting a direct answer, you'd actually be asked to recall that information. It's like creating a real learning experience. But the key here is that guidance ChatGPT gives hints and helps refine your thought process. Imagine you're studying history, and instead of just giving you dates or facts, it asks you questions like, "What was the impact of World War II on the global economy?" Now that's something that'll actually stick in your memory. I know what you're thinking. Isn't this like using a textbook or a study guide? Well, kind of, but ChatGPT offers a more interactive experience. You're not just reading. You're engaging, talking, and thinking with the AI. Let's think about this. With a traditional textbook, you read the material, highlight things, and maybe make notes. But you're doing the thinking yourself. Now, with study mode, ChatGPT asks you questions, nudges you when you're stuck, and actually helps you dig deeper. And it's not just about regurgitating facts, it's about processing the information, which is the foundation of learning, right? Now, let's be real for a second. ChatGPT's study mode sounds great, but nothing's perfect. Some concerns might pop up, especially around students using AI for academic tasks. One concern is how this will affect academic integrity. Could students rely on the tool too much for help and essentially bypass traditional learning? I mean, the idea of an AI encouraging active learning is fantastic, but how much should we rely on it? Another issue is accessibility. Not every student has access to premium ChatGPT features, which could create an uneven playing field between those who can afford the best tools and those who can't. It's worth asking, are we leaving certain students behind in this digital divide? But overall, I think ChatGPT's new study mode is a step in the right direction. AI's role in education has always been a topic of debate. While some people fear AI will take over jobs, I think the focus should be on using AI to empower students and help them grow in ways that traditional methods can't. The future of learning is going to be AI-assisted, and the more we embrace it responsibly, the better we can prepare for tomorrow's workforce. If you think about it, these tools are helping students access knowledge in new ways, whether it's through AI tutors, interactive study modes, or instant answers to questions. I can see AI like ChatGPT becoming a regular study companion for students everywhere, but only if we continue developing it with thoughtful consideration of its ethical implications. So, what's next for ChatGPT's study mode? OpenAI says they're just getting started, And if this is the beginning, I can only imagine what's coming next. Maybe more advanced levels of interaction, integration with more educational platforms. There's a lot of room for improvement here. ChatGPT might soon integrate more advanced tools like quizzes, practice exams, or maybe even voice integration for hands-free studying. The possibilities are endless. And what if study mode evolves to support more personalized learning paths? I'm talking about an AI that adapts to the learning style of the student, offering them tailored experiences. That would be next level, right? ChatGPT's study mode is a massive step forward for AI-assisted learning. It's not about replacing teachers or books, but enhancing the learning experience through interaction, guidance, and critical thinking. If you're a student, this could be your new study buddy. Is it perfect? No. But is it a game changer? Absolutely. ChatGPT's study mode isn't just a new feature. It's a whole new approach to how we learn with AI. Instead of just throwing answers at you, it actually challenges you to engage with the material through interactive questions, prompts, and hints. You ask a question, and ChatGPT doesn't just give you an answer. It guides you through the process of solving it. It's like a tutor that helps you discover the answers on your own. For example, if you ask it, "What's the capital of Italy?" ChatGPT won't just give you Rome. Instead, it might say something like, "Think about Italy's location. What city do you associate with its history, culture, and economy?" It's a lot more thought-provoking. And this shift in how we interact with AI is really exciting because it encourages deeper thinking and engagement rather than passive learning. Now, let's talk about the benefits of this new mode. There are a lot of them. First up, ChatGPT's study mode promotes active learning. If you've ever tried to study by just passively reading or copying answers, you know it's not the best way to learn. You can memorize information, but that doesn't necessarily mean you understand it. Active learning, however, is proven to help information stick in your long-term memory. By prompting you to think critically, ChatGPT helps you internalize the content better. This isn't just about learning facts. It's about understanding concepts and thinking through problems on your own. Another thing I love about this feature, it helps with problem solving. If you're struggling with a difficult subject, like math or science, study mode helps break down the process for you, step by step. This could seriously take the stress out of studying complex subjects. But how does it compare to traditional study methods? I mean, we've all been there, sitting with a textbook, trying to absorb information, or relying on Google to give us quick answers. And sure, that works, but it doesn't really help you grow as a learner. You know that moment when you're looking up answers online, and you just skim through without really thinking? ChatGPT's study mode forces you to slow down and think critically. It's a much more interactive experience than simply looking for the fastest answer. Now, textbooks are great, don't get me wrong, but they can only take you so far. This AI feature lets you actively engage with the material, which is something traditional methods can't always offer. You have to interact, and that interaction helps you actually understand. Of course, like any new tech, ChatGPT's study mode isn't perfect. There are a few concerns that come with it. Let's talk about them. First of all, there's the issue of over-reliance. We've all seen the rise of AI in classrooms, and some students may just start depending too much on ChatGPT to help them with everything. It's easy to fall into the trap of using the AI as a crutch instead of actually learning. So it's important to make sure you're not just depending on AI to do the thinking for you. Another concern is about academic integrity. As more students turn to AI for help, there's always the risk of academic dishonesty. What if students start using ChatGPT to assist with their homework to the point where it's no longer their own work? That could be a slippery slope. I'm not saying that's going to happen with study mode. It's more about ensuring we keep the balance. It's about using the tool correctly as a supplement to learning, not a shortcut. And let's talk about accessibility for a second. Right now, Not every student has access to premium ChatGPT features, which could create inequalities in the education system. Some students might have access to these advanced tools, while others don't. That's definitely something we need to keep in mind as we move forward with AI in education. So, what's the bigger picture here? The role of AI in education is only going to grow from here. The fact that ChatGPT is evolving into an active learning tool shows just how far AI can go in supporting education. In the future, I can imagine a world where AI like ChatGPT works alongside teachers, helping to deliver a more personalized learning experience for each student. Think about it, ChatGPT can tailor responses to fit your learning style and pace. If you're someone who struggles with certain subjects, ChatGPT could adjust the way it delivers information based on what works best for you. That could be revolutionary, right? Personalized education for every student, with an AI tutor that's available 24/7. Imagine the potential for self-learners, people who might not have access to traditional schooling, but can get top-tier help at their fingertips. That's where the future of education is heading. So after thinking about all of this, what do I really think about study mode? Well, I'm excited. I think this is a game changer for students and lifelong learners alike. If you use this feature the right way, you're going to become a better thinker, a more critical learner, and a much more confident problem solver. That's the thing about AI. It's not about taking over education or replacing teachers. It's about enhancing the learning experience. And in that sense, study mode does exactly that. It challenges students to think, engage, and most importantly, learn. So what do you all think about this new study mode? Are you as excited as I am? Do you think it could completely change the way we study? I want to hear your thoughts, so drop them in the comments below. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. I'll be keeping an eye on more AI developments like this, so stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay curious and keep learning.